リアル ODA の空の兄弟。
Venom. Venom. My, if you ever heard what I heard in the night, what fright, must have been a parasite in my past life. I don't wanna ever come down from a high. My soul was sending to the sky, guess it's you and I. Gone, but I'm feeling too alive, trying to get me out of spite. Someone's gotta pay, I ain't talking big amount. Some kind of physical pain, some kind of traumatic shit. Niggas wanna see dead bodies, probably not there, running with no automatic clips. Moving scatty, all erratic and shit. Niggas pussy licking batty and shit. Oh, you mad? Then come at me, you prick. Make a move, better pattern it quick. I assume you'll be coming for blood. That makes two of us, that makes two of us. Venom. 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 True as a stick up, hands in the air, put the money in the bag, all cash, all cash. Venom. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man. Ugh. It's crazy as hell to me that I have to fucking say this, but man, I hope you guys are not wasting your time watching certain pundits on YouTube review these movies. Because what I'm finding is that they're watching this movie fresh out of the theater. A lot of these people don't know what the hell they're talking about, or they're just purposefully being obtuse. They're just purposefully being obtuse and lying. And I don't know which is worse. I guess maybe the disingenuous dishonesty from these fucking losers who basically are taking these points that they could have taken far before this movie came out in the Snyderverse that they didn't choose to say then. And granted, you had Superman fans saying they didn't like the way they did the character in the Snyderverse era. But granted, that was based on actual more genuine praise that wasn't political. Unfortunately, that isn't the case now, because saying Superman should be kind and care about everyone, try to save the world, well, that's just radical leftist politics. I think before I get into this review, I want to preface this by saying it's time that we start maybe leaving these channels behind, because they are officially now just too stupid to actually fucking take seriously, and that these people are fucking retards. I'm done. You people are fucking morons. So, for those people, thank you, good night, get the fuck out. Now, for real fans that actually give a shit this movie and actually want to talk about this movie fairly, and actually talk about this movie from an actual DC fan's perspective, let's talk about it. Now, I'm going to talk about the things I didn't like about this movie first, then before I get into the point where I just completely just fall in love with everything else. I didn't like the use of Kal-El, Kal-El's family. In a sense of, I didn't like the way that they portrayed Kal-El's mom and birth mother and birth father. I don't agree with saying, spoiler alert, because a lot of this will be spoiler laden. So actually, let me do this for you guys. Well, I'm actually in the Clown Dump shit. Wow, that's fucked up. Hold on, how am I in Clown Dump? Oh, I'm in the wrong banner thing. Okay, hold up. My bad. Hold on, does spoilers real quick. So, spoilers are ahead. If you do not want spoilers, I'm giving you this chance now to take a minute, take a beat, to not basically do it. In fact, I'll give you guys something to work with here. Something to work with here. All right, are we good? Okay. So, spoilers are ahead. Kal-El's parents basically say that he was sent to Earth to rule over the Earth as dominion, basically. That anyone in your way should be killed and neutralized. I don't agree with that writing. I don't agree with that portrayal. I have some significant issues with that, but on the grand scale, I can live with it. It's just not something I agree with. Okay, now we're done with that. I also will say that I wanted a little bit more from the Justice. This is building to the Justice League, but they're calling it the Justice Gang because Guy Gardner is a complete idiot, and I absolutely love it. I've always wanted Ryan Reynolds to redeem himself in the Green Lantern role, but as Guy Gardner because he's perfect for Guy Gardner. But Nathan Fillion's pretty damn close to being fucking perfect for Guy Gardner. Phenomenal job by Nathan Fillion, in my opinion. I thought he was genuinely hilarious, and he was just a complete dick the whole time. Hot Girl was amazing. They weren't afraid to go into Hot Girl, screeching, and all these other things that make Hot Girl Hot Girl. And I really love, and Mr. Terrific was like, to me, the steal of the movie. I mean, other than Crypto, obviously. Mr. Terrific was damn fucking phenomenal. Hilarious as shit. He made me laugh. There were times, I wish I could post clips from the movie, but of course you can't. But man, bro. Oh, so fucking funny. It did have moments where I felt that maybe it took away from, everyone says that there's jokes that just took away from serious moments. I don't agree with that, actually. I watched that movie and I was like, I was expecting a lot of scenes where I'm just like, oh my God. Because I remember that was the problem with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, up until the funeral scene. But for the entire movie, there was moments you're just like, huh. There are some moments in between there where you're like, okay, great. They didn't ruin it. Like the sister scene with Nebula and Gamora, that was well done and it wasn't undercut by a joke. I think Gunn's maybe learned from that because I didn't actually get the sense of that. I thought that it was actually perfectly balanced the way it should be, not in the Thanos sense. I'm just saying perfectly balanced. I thought it felt like, oh, you know what you're doing here. I was really impressed, however, though, with just like I thought the visuals looked good. Crypto was phenomenal. He looked great. I thought a lot of stuff just looked nice. I liked the Fortress of Solitude. It felt like they ripped it straight from the comics. They stripped it straight from the animated. It felt like watching the animated all over again. Clark basically accepting Crypto. There's a twist at the end, by the way, to understand why I'm saying accepts Crypto, because Crypto isn't actually his dog. Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. I think you guys know what I'm alluding to. There's that. I really, really was surprised by one thing. I will say the biggest shock of the movie for me. Nicholas Hoult played the best Lex Luthor that I have seen in ages. He was unhinged. He was strangely calm and unhinged. He had like this calm but this unhinged manner about him until he cracked. The visceral disgust and hatred of Superman was there. I'm talking visceral hatred of Superman. The problem I had with the V versus S Lex Luthor was he didn't have a visceral hatred of Superman. He had a visceral just disdain of the idea of Superman being a god. And that's not Lex. Lex just hates Superman. That's the whole point. He just hates Clark. He's a hater. He's a massive S tier hater. There's only a few people that are a bigger hater of another man, of another person, another being than Lex Luthor. And that's pretty much Black Manta. But who knows if they'll do that in this universe? They better. I swear to God. I think Gunn will do wonders with that. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad that they kind of introduced the cloning, like the cloning part of all this, where he cloned Clark. And another thing, this hit the ground running. This movie hit the ground running, and it didn't stop to try and do backstory, because you've already been through multiple fucking goddamn origin stories when it comes to goddamn Clark Kent. I'm pretty sure it's been like 5. It might be. I don't know. Counting the animated, yeah, it's been fucking irritating, okay, to say the fucking least. We're all good. We're all good. Okay? We're all packed up over here. We don't need another one. All right, thank you, Man of Steel. That should be the last one for a while. They hit the ground running. They basically, in literally the first 30 seconds, tell you everything you need to know, and we're good. Not just the origins of Superman, but the origins just like of DC as a whole, and they give you so much flexibility on what you can do in the future. 30 years, basically, of lore that you can use, showing that metahumans have been here for a while. Or as us cultured folks like to call them, bang babies. Yeah, I'm still mad. Don't talk to me right now about that. But I really enjoyed that. They just hit the ground running. There was no like wasting my fucking time with the origin story. No flashbacks, nothing. No flashbacks. Except the end where they show little pictures. And by the way, that was phenomenally done at the end. That hit me hard at the end. Ma and Pa Kent were awesome. Now, some people didn't like it because they felt that was a disgrace to the character. Well, you're a fucking retard because you don't know the character at all. That's Ma and Pa Kent, in my opinion, be two simple, good, loving, good-natured, loving people that just love Clark for who he is. The fact that they had Pa Kent show so much vulnerability when he's shown in the beginning of the movie is so stoic and like, tell him to come by anytime. And you see Ma Kent struggling to fucking use the phone. She calls the TV a box. I love it. I love the cuteness of it. It's adorable because that's the way it should be when it comes to Clark and his family. Not to say I disliked Ma Kent in the Snyder era. I liked Ma Kent in the Snyder era. She was great, and I love Clark's in like fuck around and find out nature when it came to Ma Kent. When the minute that fucking Zod pushed her, like had her fall to the ground, and he started yelling at her, and Clark was like, you're dead. Clark's literal first reaction was to fucking like spear this jackass through a fucking silo and said, "You think you threaten my mother?" Because that's Clark. You threaten his mother, he's gonna kill you. You know, even like Crypto, and even Crypto, you touch that dog, you're gonna die. Like he went, he smashed through Lex Luthor's office, said, "Where's the dog? I'm gonna rip your fucking throat out." If she wasn't filming, I don't know. Clark might have killed Lex right there. Who knows? Because you don't touch another man's family. Crypto's still family. Crypto is still family. No matter what no matter how annoyed Clark was with Crypto throughout the entire movie for Crypto's bullshit, that's family. That was represented very well through this movie. You felt like there was family. And I'm not talking about the Vin Diesel fucking stupid meme sense, even though Fast and Furious used to be actually really be about, family before it got trivialized. No, this felt like family. This felt legit. The part where, there's a lot of emotional parts in this movie. I was really surprised how much I enjoyed just like all the dialogue scenes, to be honest. They were really good. They were really funny. They were really good. There's just a lot of good. It felt like the animated's brought to life. I gotta be honest. If you're not a DC animated fan, you didn't grow up with DC, as we did growing up as kids, then you're not gonna maybe you're not gonna like this movie, and that's fine. I can see why people wouldn't like this movie if they don't get it, or that's just not their type of DC. What I can't stand is just the people who are being disingenuous about it. Oh, Clark was a dork. Doesn't happen to Schneider. Let me actually debunk that because I actually paid attention to these movies. I'm like, you fucking idiots. Perry Ellis was basically called Clark a dork like several fucking times throughout the movie in B versus S actually alone. He basically said that Clark Kent was a dork because that's actually Clark Kent's portrayal, to be a dork. You would never expect Clark Kent to be Superman, even though you think it's fucking obvious. I'm not big on the hypno glasses, by the way. I don't think that's not necessary because in the movie, there's an actual distinction to be between Clark and then Superman. There's an actual distinction. The way that they both are, there's a distinction. It's not just the glasses. It's the demeanor. It's the way they talk. It's just great. Also, you get a genuine sense of the cockiness of Clark the whole time, of being, a big goof, but also arrogant in certain aspects. Lois was, people say, Lois is very mean. No, Lois isn't being mean. If you actually, again, paid attention to this movie, which, again, none of these fucking a-holes are putting these disingenuous reviews out there. And the reason I say it's disingenuous is either you're really fucking stupid, or you're just lying. Either you didn't pay attention to the movie, which is bad, or you're actually just making shit up. That I can literally sit there and go, here's why this happened. Because it's not hard to figure out why this happened. All it was that Lois wasn't being mean. Lois was basically preparing Clark for the media. Because at the end of the day, Superman is going to have to answer to the world. Mostly the American people, I guess, since he's still based in America, being from Kansas and all. But yes, you're going to answer the media. It's the same shit with the Avengers. The geopolitical aspect of these movies have never changed. It happened in B versus S. One of the big plot points of B versus S was Clark going around borders doing what he did without any fucking clearance from the United States government. Because why the flying fuck would anyone be okay in their minds with a godlike, powerful alien running around here doing what he did? And I also said that, at the end of the day, that Clark doesn't technically have human rights. Technically, he doesn't. Granted, he's more human than the rest of these assholes. That's what makes him special. But technically he doesn't, because he's an alien. So at the end of the day, it's a big geopolitical issue. And it is. You have to acknowledge that. Realistically, you have to acknowledge that. That's how you evolve the character. But apparently we do that when we're woke. Because, again, you have to dumb down these characters for these stupid retards who make these stupid... I'm sorry I'm being so antagonistic. It's just so disgusting how, like, these fuckers are so disingenuous about this character in this movie because they just want to make money and make a narrative. Because they're mad that James Gunn is doing a better job of this shit than Zack Snyder ever did. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt your feelings? When my own family comes back and tells me, "Dan, this movie was good," they didn't say that shit about B versus S. I mean, Man of Steel we all liked, but come on, that movie was polarizing as hell. At the end of the day, this movie's not polarizing. This is just a fucking small, pathetic online community trying to make something, and it's not. You guys are actually have become the very thing that you swore to hate. Let's do it. You're SJWs. You have interjected your politics, your outdated politics, by the way, truth, justice, the American way. If you actually knew jack shit, fuck all about this character, that saying has been outdated for years. They discontinued it. So I guess DC's a commie network for you guys at this point. Sorry you found out about like over a decade too late, bitch. No one cares. You guys are outdated fucks. No one wants to hear from you fuckers. It's come to the point, and we all know when the political pendulum swings and one party's in power, all these channels are going to go away because there's no need for you. Like theoretically, what's the need for you guys? You're in power now. Freedom's here, all this shit. So what's the need for you channels to bitch about shit? You're just annoying now. You don't want to hear you guys capitulate anymore. You're just a bunch of fucking assholes. That's why you're lying about this movie. And that's what fucking makes me sick. I could understand if you didn't like this movie. Jeremy Johnson didn't like this movie. I respected that. But when I'm watching some of these people, I watched that fucking dreadful, and I mean dreadful, god-awful thing with Dean Cain, who is by far the single worst Superman in the history of all Supermen, with fucking, and by the way, he's trying to be an influencer now. Come on. You ain't fooling nobody with that donut operator shirt, homeboy. But with him, fucking bum-ass Gary from Nerdrotic, Chris Gore, and fucking Jeremy Griggs, like, you guys proved you don't even know what you're talking about. You guys aren't really DC fans. I don't see you guys are talking about Young Justice. You don't talk about the animated stuff. I don't see you guys are talking about this shit like we do. We've been talking about this shit for years. Ain't no stop. All gas, no brakes. Get it? I mean, you don't know what that means because you ain't real fans. You just been sitting there using this shit as for your fucking piggy bank. And that's fine, but don't act like you're fucking fans. I'll call it out right now. Y'all don't know jack shit about these characters. None of you on that panel know shit. And that's including, sadly, the fucking imbecile that played him. At the end of the day, I don't care if you don't like this movie. Just be honest. Don't sit there and make up shit. I watched this movie. You guys are so fucking full of shit. If you guys are not going to enjoy this movie, it's because you just maybe don't like James Gunn's works. That's fine. I understand that. I understand if you didn't like it, like it was too jokey for you. I get it. Maybe you are a Schneider fan and you just genuinely don't like this style. I understand that. I was in that phase too. I like Schneider's style a lot. And I still do. I still love Man of Steel. I might watch it again tonight because I appreciate that movie even more because of this. Because I just genuinely like the character. All takes. Except for Dean Cain. I just love the character. And this is Superman to me. If you don't like that, that's your problem. But don't sit here and act like this movie's not a rousing success because you're trying to make a narrative. Don't lie. It's already smashing through its expectations. Yes, the pre-sales are ridiculous. I think they're on track to make like $400,000 worldwide already through the first weekend. That's phenomenal. I'm sorry, 400,000. My bad. Wow, that sounds terrible. 400 million. $400 million through like the first weekend. They're going to make a bunch of money off of this. It's going to be a nice success. I think it's going to hit like 800 million, maybe. And that's a major success, in my opinion, for this market. I think it's a major success. So at the end of the day, it's going to make a lot of money. People are excited about it. Everyone I know isn't happy about this movie. And again, I knew when Lilo and Stitch was a success, it was a changing of the guards. No one cares about these channels anymore. We're all just kind of sick of you. You're miserable. All you do is promote misery, and people are just sick of it. Either they like something or they don't. Either you like the movie or you don't. But don't make up all this bullshit fluff like anyone gives a fuck with your politics, dude. No one gives a fuck if you think that this is bashing America. Then go fuck yourself. No one cares. Because Superman's not just about America anymore. The character's evolved. If you can't see that, that's your fucking problem. No one cares. It's a worldwide thing now because everyone around the world loves Clark Kent. If you can't figure that out, I don't know what to tell you, but you're not in the right line of business. You need to go somewhere. Every one of you are fucking full of shit. And that's why I don't watch your channels anymore. There's no need for you. I think we've all evolved above these channels. And I can list them, but I'm not going to. I mean, guys like Tactical Templar, Geeks and Games, like you guys are just out of your depth, dude. You're out of touch. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You're out of touch. You're out of date. On this topic, you are. You could talk about all the other topics you want, and you'd probably be right. You would be. But on this, you're out of fucking date, bro. You're out of touch, and you have not been fans of this character for years. And the reason I know that, because they know there has not been enough talk about Superman for years. Really, there hasn't been until now. Now it's this big fucking pride thing with you guys. So I guess the movie's doing its job. If you guys like the movie, great. But I love this movie for what it is. And by the way, the twist with Kara Zor-El at the end, phenomenal. When Krypto's beating Kara's ass, basically jumping all over and ripping her and like ragdolling her, and she's laughing, enjoying it because she's fucking drunk as shit. That's why she goes to. By the way, pay attention. You go to they go to Red Suns if you want to get drunk. Kara goes to Red Sun Planets to party because on Yellow Sun Planets, like, you know. Sorry, man, this fucking thing keeps doing this. My fucking laptop keeps like shutting it to fucking like sleep mode. Listen, like so like we have a yellow sun planet. Yellow sun planet. We have a yellow sun in our solar system. Sorry, I'm so stupid. So Kara will go to a red sun solar system and then party because she gets drunk. You can't get drunk under yellow sun. The effects and all that shit. So, you know. Just just like a little bit of a little lore there. And she comes back, she's like, oh, there's like Krypto. Oh, so Krypto's your dog. And now we all know why Krypto is untrained, doesn't give a fuck, because Kara is basically untrained and don't give a fuck. And then she tells Clark, thanks, bitch. I laughed my ass off. I loved that. That was really cool. The Peacemaker cameo was really fucking funny. That shit had me laughing. That shit had me dying. I loved it. It felt like that you are setting up the universe just going on, because that's one thing I love about Young Justice. They made the show based on just the universe just going on. There's no start of a universe. The universe has just been there. We're just now getting a deep. We're just delving into it. Now we're just in it. I love that. That's the way it should be. That's one of the things that works great about DC animation. There's no start to anything. It's just like, okay, here we are. We're in this. It's life. It just goes on. Now we're in it. It's all gas, no brakes. That's it. Yada I mean. I fucking love saying that, by the way. I thought this did a great job. It felt like DC has a lot of hope. Again, this movie's doing very well in the box office. So go out and see it, have fun, buy some merch if you wanna. There's not like, I mean, Regal has great merch. I will be honest, AMC was kind of weak. I did get I got me a tin. A Daily Planet newspaper, what the fuck they call those things? A newspaper dispenser, popcorn bucket, I guess they call it. There's a literal change thing in there too. Like you can put a quarter in there. Yeah, no shit. That's me. Oh my god, is that like removable? Holy shit, it's removable. It's a card and it has Krypto on the back, so I can flip it around. Oh, that's fucking cool shit. That's so cool. Holy shit. You can flip it around, and then it goes to Krypto. Oh, fuck. Yo, that's sick as hell. I love me some Krypto. Krypto was, like, my favorite part of the movie. Obviously, I couldn't help it. That little dog was hilarious. He just jumped up and down on Clark. Or when he's sleeping, the healing from the shit going on with him in the pocket universe. It's probably, hey, you're not supposed to create a pocket universe. Now you know why. Clark looks up and with the sun beaming on him, and he's healing and all that shit. You know, it's cool. And then all of a sudden, Krypto's just looking at him on the thing like, "What's up?" Or when when Lois is trying to fly the Mr. Terrific's little saucer ship thing, we'll call it. I don't know. By the way, Mr. Terrific was badass. Well done with that. All the characters are awesome. But he just sits in front of Lois like. And she's like, you gotta move, dog. And your dog's like, nah, I don't. I really don't have to move for shit. You crash the ship, me and Clark will be fine. I don't know about you, but me and Clark will be fine, so fly. Good luck. That dog did not give a fuck. I love that dog. I grew up with Crypto as a kid, man. I watched the Crypto animated show, so this is big for me too. I love that dog. Granted, there's different portrayals. There's like the Young Justice Crypto that I really enjoy as well. With Connor, I hope that even the Titan show that I hate still had a Crypto. I hope Connor will be made. I believe Connor is going to be a character due to the cloning, due to now them confirming there will be cloning in DC. They already cloned Clark. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So I have no doubt Connor is going to come into the universe. I think they're going to actually like adapt the Young Justice universe, at least the Young Justice cast, which is kind of crazy that I do believe that Static will get worked on, because I think they announced this to tell you that, listen, right now we don't have anything, but in the future we will be working on the character. That's why they gave that update, because they didn't have to say anything about this at all. So I think that's why I have hope for that, and I think they're going to try and actually do a Young Justice project, and I'm excited. I want it. I think that it'd be awesome, and Connor is a great fucking character. Always love Connor Kent. Love the fuck out of him. I love the fuck out of Connor Kent. He's my favorite Superboy of all time. I don't give a fuck about Clark's son. I don't give a shit with that fucking motherfucker. And yeah, I don't care a fuck about John Kent. John Kent can do the fuck he wants. Ain't my problem. Connor Kent is my dude. I know that sounds like I'm being a dick, but seriously, I enjoyed that. I'm excited for future projects coming out of this. Gunn has my attention. He has my curiosity piqued. I think this will be a very, very telling next few years in DC, but this is a success, and this is a needed success. To start this universe properly, Superman needed to fucking bang. It needed to be a success, and it is. If you don't like it, that's fine. You have your reasons, great. Just don't make shit up, guys. And don't expose the fact you didn't watch the movie for shit. Because I could tell a lot of you are full of shit with your fucking analysis. It's disgusting. Like, I could just either A, you're a fucking imbecile, or you are lying. I don't know which is worse. I thought it did a good thing. I did a good job. But again, you guys can disagree. If you have your issues, great. Everyone I know has loved this movie. And I'm not everyone who's actually followed DC for years. We've been DC fans for years, not just the Snyder shit. I'm talking animated, comics. We've been fans. And this feels like this is vindication for a lot of us. Like, wow, they're doing all the shit we care about. I thought this looked great. What else they do with the Aquaman or Wonder Woman? Who knows? The Themyscira show, I'm very interested to see. I am real interested now after Guy Gardner. I love me some Guy Gardner. I am real interested with the Green Lantern show. Oh, they got me real hyped for Green Lantern. Loved it. It felt really good to see all that. Mr. Terrific, I hope we see a lot more of. And again, Superman looks great. You can't really do this universe without Superman or Batman. You have to start it with one of them, and one of them has to really just nail it. I don't know how they'll do the Batman show, but I have a good feeling Batman will be older, and it will be unfortunately it will be the Damian Wayne storyline. I'm pretty sure. My condolences to everyone that has a brain cell, but if anyone can amend that and make me not want to take a 2x4 to the side of the head of Damian Wayne, maybe it's James Gunn. Maybe it's Gunn's crew that can make Damian Wayne not an intolerable piece of fucking shit. But who knows? It's an uphill climb. Yeah, I hate that motherfucker. Every day I wake up hating that little bastard. He shouldn't even be alive. He's a bastard child. He's a mistake. Sorry, I'm still mad. He sucks so hard. He sucks so hard. Anyways, I'm excited for the future, though. I think a lot of things are going to happen. I hope now they start doing interplanetary travel. I believe they're going to really just jump it to like other planets and shit and just not go. Because if there's anything James Gunn is good at, it is other planets and world building through other planets. James Gunn is amazing at that. So I have no fear for the future DC. I think this also proves that James Gunn has range in what he did and what he does. Usually with James, he doing a character like this, I was skeptical. I'm like, I don't know if he could do a Superman movie with this type of wholesome shit without him making a really disgusting gag in the middle of it. But he did. He really did. So I love this fucking movie. If you don't, that's you. Again, I'm not saying you have to love this movie. I'm just calling out the disingenuous bullshit narrative crap going on by conservative pundits. Like literally interjecting their politics And they're the ones doing it. This is not anything on James Gunn. He made a stupid statement or whatever. Not even a stupid statement. He just said something in a fucking interview that you could just easily ignore. If you want a true review, watch Jeremy Jahns, because that's not even I'm not even promoting a positive review. So watch guys like that. Don't watch people who are literally biased. Please don't. Don't do that to yourselves. You can say I'm being biased, but I'm really not. I've been shitting on DC for ages, man. If this movie wasn't gonna do well, it wasn't gonna do well. I wasn't even big on Superman to begin with. I was like, oh god, the Superman's probably gonna be fucking annoying. I remember when they first announced they're gonna adapt that Superman character, I said, ooh, I don't know. Now, here's another thing that people don't realize. You should hope this does well, because if you are a fan of seeing these guys, seeing the Snyder stuff on the big screen, this is going to be going to the Kingdom Come storyline, most likely. So Henry Cavill, I think in the next 8 years, you're going to see him come back. I'm just saying, if you guys really care, keep out for that. But then again, I don't think any of these people care. I think they're all just narrative-driven dickheads who just want to fucking pander to their bullshit base. And that's fine. But this movie was great. I thought it was awesome. And I think the age of rage bait's dead. Thank fucking God. But like I said, it's what it is. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm not giving away too much. I want you guys to go watch this movie. But I enjoyed this immensely. I really did. It was a good one. And there are a lot of characters that are going to have some, what's it called? They're going to have some potential down the line into the future. Really enjoyed to hit the ground running with this. They didn't waste time. And if you're a family person, you're a family man, you're a family woman, you like family, bring the kids out and watch this shit. I'm telling you, there's a lot of, I swear to God, the end of the movie, and I knew that what they were going to do. They're going to say, because in the beginning they have, Clark likes to play a message of his parents to sue them, and it's of his Kryptonian parents. Then everything happens the way it does. Then he says at the end, he's like, "Oh, do you want to play messages to soothe you from your parents?" And it's at the end, it's Mom and Pa Kent. And I swear to God, I got a tear in my eye, because you see at the end, Pa Kent holding up Clark as a little kid flying through the air. You see all the stuff that makes Clark happy. He's like, no matter what, these are my parents. Yeah, my birth parents may have given life to me, but my real parents are Mom and Pa Kent, who shaped who I am. Maybe my parents sent me to destroy this world, but fate had other plans. I'm not agreeing with the writing on that, but I'm saying it is kind of beautiful in a way. Still ain't agreeing with it, though. I really love the ending with Mom and Pa Kent. That was so nice. There is heart put into this movie. So that's all I care about, man. It's again, it's a giant success right now. I am really excited for the future of DC. If you're not a fan of James Gunn's work, you probably won't like this movie. So that's it. See you. Have a nice night. I'll probably be on stream later tonight. We got business to attend to.